poppin', y'all? It's been good while. I don't know what that was. My mind just kind of... What the hell is going on with this mirror? My mind kind of blanked for a second. But what's poppin', y'all? So, I have been around and I haven't been around. So basically, I use my YouTube account just for regular YouTube browsing, right? But I haven't been posting anything. I'm still at the same job, still doing the same thing. Some things are new, some things are still the same. I now have a dedicated run. I get to the yard by about 7:30, 7:45. Start my route by 8 o'clock, which is right now. And then I pick up at a warehouse for mist sorts, and then I drop off at AZA 9 on the west side of the valley. And I do that pretty much every day that I work. The only differences are I'm fleet manager now, so a lot more responsibilities, right? Manage the fleet, make sure drivers have what they need, make sure they do what they gotta do. Pretty much babysitting. Not a fan of it, but hey, I get paid more, right? I do dispatch here and there. What else? Every now and again I'll do 2 routes. So like tonight I got this route, and then I gotta go to Prescott. So 1 stop to Prescott. So yeah, no, I've been around. I just haven't been using my old camera. I got a new camera, using the Insta360 now. I've been wanting this camera for a long time too. I remember I used to talk about it in my older videos, but I finally bought it. I said, screw it. I was looking at it and I was like, do I want to spend 300 bucks? And I'm like, yeah, fuck it, let me go ahead and do it. So I went ahead and did it. So here I am, I'm back again. This time I'm officially back. I am going to be continuously dropping videos. I don't know how often. I'm probably gonna try and schedule. Go ahead and stop. I'm probably gonna schedule myself. That way I don't overload myself. I got 2 kids now. So my son, he's 2.5. I got a daughter now, she's 7 months. Yeah, same old, nothing too different, but at the same time they are different, you know what I'm saying? So yeah, what's been going on with me? I've just been working. I went from days to overnights. I was on day shift when they offered me the position. Then my wife was pregnant. I was like, yeah, she's having postpartum symptoms again, so let me go back to overnight. That way I'm at home more of the daytime. And so yeah, that's what I ended up doing, and I stayed overnight. I got a schedule down too, so it's working. Everything's working. Oh, I got rid of my Mustang. Probably the worst decision I ever made, but you know, I'll get another one eventually. Me and the wife, we traded in our 2 paid off vehicles to get a newer car. Yeah, we got a car note now, but hey, we got something newer, I guess. Still wish I didn't get rid of my car, but I was like, yeah, let's go ahead and fix our credit, and our fastest way to do that is just with a car note. It's not hurting us to have it, but I mean, I do miss having that extra amount of money in my pocket. And then the downside with having the older cars was, you know, all the maintenance, constantly having to fix something, especially on the Mustang. So how much I drove it. I didn't really rack up too many miles on her, but over time, you know, she's an old car, so stuff starts breaking just because of age, and not really the wear and tear. It's just from age alone. So remember, the headers broke at one point, had to replace those. What else? Had to do the brakes. My rotors and my brake pads were warped, so fixed that. Right before I got rid of the car, I had AC in it for a little bit. I installed a sound system. I was fixing her up. She was nice. And then she started having a lifter tick. I just kind of ignored it. It wasn't like a major tick, but you could definitely hear it, that it was starting it would have eventually had some problems. So I just kept putting it off. It never gave me problems because I got rid of it before it became a major issue. And then my wife, she had a Ford Freestyle. We had got rid of the Honda Fit. We got rid of that a while ago. We repossessed that. And then we got a Ford Freestyle, and it was comfortable, super comfortable, had a lot of space, but it had so many major transmission problems. And we were like, yeah, no, let's stop doing this and let's just go get something newer. Let's fix our credit. I'm not really a credit type of person. Don't like debt, as I've mentioned in the past. But it has to make sense. If I do anything financially, it has to make sense. So it was like, well, we got this much extra each month, which was like $1,200. I was like, fuck it, let's go ahead and bite the bullet and upgrade. So that's what we did. And we still got a lot of extra money. Still got, you know, obviously not $1,200 extra dollars each month, but we still got quite a good bit of money, usually around $700. So we're not hurting. My wife currently does Uber Eats, DoorDash, all of the delivery stuff now with the newer car. I'm okay with it and not okay with it at the same time. But it is what it is. Sometimes it helps and sometimes it's like, it doesn't make sense, you know, but I just look at everything like numbers, I guess. What else? Daughter's almost walking. She's crawling. 7 months old, she's almost walking. She's trying to stand up. It's kind of crazy. My son, he's super tall. He's actually really tall. Everybody thinks he's like 4 or 5. I'm like, no, he's only 2. He talks really good. He knows his he doesn't know ABCs by heart, but he knows how to say them all. You know what I'm saying? So there's that. He knows how to count. He doesn't know how to count in order, but he can count up to 20. Yeah, that's really it. I haven't done music lately. I put music on the back burner just because I've been focused on being a dad, working, my family life, you know, stuff like that. Got a lot of traffic right now. It's a 65 and we're going 52. Come on now. Let's see. Future talk. This is future self talking, or in my head he's future self. If my tax return is what I think it's gonna be, I might end up starting my business, or I'm just gonna jump ship and finally get my CDL like I've been mentioning. I've been wanting my CDL for going on 6 years now, so I need to just say fuck it and do it. I was talking to my boss about that the other day, and he was like, yeah, I know you've been trying to leave for a little minute. I was like, it's not that I want to leave, it's just I'm looking for growth. And I'm pretty much as high as I'm gonna get where I'm at. And I mean, like I always say, it has to make sense. So if I end up jumping ship, it's because it just makes sense to do it. You know what I'm saying? So like if I have enough money, I might just wait until my wife gets her settlement. Oh, speaking of settlement, we had an accident. Not a car accident, but an accident. And we'll just leave it at that. She had some fractured bones in her ankle, and I don't want to speak too much on it, but well, we're looking at a large settlement. I'm projecting sometime next year, just because it's already been half a year through the process. Our lawyers are waiting on her to finish physical therapy before they start shooting us numbers, which makes sense because they're like, we want to have everything just in case it goes to court. So it's like, yeah, I get that. You know, a turn signal would be nice. But yeah, so we're looking at a pretty big lump sum because of our situation. Like I said, I don't want to go too far into depth with it because of legal reasons. Don't want it to come bite me in the ass, but an accident happened and we're supposed to be getting money. So yeah, if my tax return isn't what I'm projecting it's going to be, with all the credits and you know, everything that comes with tax time, then I'll just wait to start my business once we get the settlement. That way I can triple the amount of money we get and go from there. I'm going to be opening a freight, you know, a trucking business, just because I've always wanted to. But I'm like, well, if I get my CDL, I can go ahead and do either tractor trailer or box truck. But if I do just the box truck game, then I can get my CDL later. So it doesn't really make a huge difference whichever I choose. It depends on funds, pretty much. So that's my game plan. Sometime next year, there's going to be a change. I'm not sure when that change will be. I just know that I am looking to make some changes to grow and to get, you know, set up for the rest of my life. What else? I think that's really it. I don't think anything else has really changed. I just work all the time, between 9 and 10 hours a day. If I had the option to, I'd definitely work 14 hours a day. But if I do stay, you know, my boss is talking about trying to get me to 4 10s instead of working 5 8s. I'd be fine with that. If it happens, it happens. If it doesn't, it doesn't. I mean, it doesn't really change too much for me. I just get an extra day off, but pay would still be the same. But yeah, this is my dedicated run. I do it. It's called DTU8 to AZ9. So Amazon to Amazon, picking up some mis-sorts, and then after that, if I have a second route, if I have enough time in between routes, then I'll go back to the yard, do some office work, check to see which trucks are active, which aren't, see what needs to be done as far as maintaining the trucks, document some defects, which is important, which aren't, down a truck if I need to, unless there's a truck that is just having issues right on the spot. That's if I'm able to down a truck. If we have the coverage, it goes just, it's all over the place sometimes. Some days it's super chill. Like if I have only my short route, which is right now, and then I do office work for the rest of the night, there's not much for me to do. So I try to schedule myself for 2 routes. Just so, one, the boss makes money if I do 2 routes. Because he can only pay me so much anyway. So if he does 2 routes, then he'll make more in his pocket. I'm happier because I'm not stuck at a fucking office all night doing nothing. Because there's only so much I could do. You know, we're not a huge fleet, but at the same time, and when shit hits the fan and there's stuff that needs to be taken care of, that's when I come into play, and it's like, okay, I need to take care of this, this, and this. So what I was saying was, is I do my short route, and then I try to go back to the office if I have enough time in between routes. So like if my second route starts at like, let's say 1:30, sure, I'll go back to the yard. I'll do what I gotta do, and then I'll go on my second route. But if it starts at right around midnight, like tonight, then it doesn't make sense for me to drive all the way back to the yard and then go all the way back to the warehouse and be at the yard for 30 minutes, because it takes me 35 minutes to get back to the yard and then back to the warehouse. So that's already an hour and 10 doing that, just driving. So it's like, yeah, I'm gonna just chill at the warehouse and, you know, wait till my second route. It has to make sense. Time frames is just, I'm rambling, I'm all over the place. But yeah, I like this route. I get to knock it out pretty quick. Scheduled drops aren't until like 11:45, 11:30, but like my pickup time isn't until 9 o'clock, which I'm probably gonna have to wait until 8:30 because I'm here anyway, here early anyway. So I'm probably gonna have to wait because they're usually not ready until 8:30 on Saturday nights. Today Saturday? Yeah. So I gotta wait a little bit, which is fine. Yeah, nothing else. I'm a mess right now. My head is everywhere. I'll probably smoke a cigarette. I should probably quit those. You know, not good for you, but hey, I like the way it tickles. Straighten her up. There we go. Alright. So yeah, I'm gonna wait until 8:30 before I can check in, because I know their schedule, they're not ready yet. And then I'll be right back in a flash, so I'll see y'all in a second. So, with the magic powers of YouTube and editing, we have arrived. It's crazy how you could do that in the world of the digital. I think it was 121. I remember it was 121. Pretty sure it was 121. Straighten her up. I understand the concept of having these cameras, but in all honesty, I don't ever use them. I get it, safety reasons, but you know, I don't do it personally. Alright, I'll be right back. status. So what I might do is I might make this a two-part just because of how long the video might end up being with the Prescott run. Unless, no, screw it, I'll do a two-part because I was gonna say I could do the Prescott run, get like 5 minutes of drive time, and then the rest of it being unloading and loading, but I don't necessarily want to do that. I'd rather get a good lengthy video for a drive like that. That way I could time lapse it and get some quality footage, you know what I'm saying? So that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna just make this a two-part. Yep. But I got, let's see, it's 9:26. No, 9:30. It's 9:30 and I got roughly two and a half hours. So I'm gonna be chilling until the next one. I wish I could go around this yard dog, but if you do that, they get pissed and then they report you because you drive Amazon equipment and yada yada. It's just a headache. Everything about this facility is just a headache. Always has been. Cool. Thank you. I appreciate you. Yeah, I definitely want to start my own business. Not because I just want to work on my own. I mean, that is part of the reason. I also used to be a business owner, so working a regular job, you'll never... Once you own a business, you'll never have that same feeling of, you know, you're on your own. I've always liked being on my own. But, honestly, it's more so about creating a legacy for my kids. You know, open up a business, start with one truck, buy a truck, and then rent out two, hire contractors to drive them, and just scale, keep on scaling until, you know, my goal is to eventually have about 20 trucks. Yeah, that's probably what I would do. Buy one, rent two, buy another, rent one, buy, you know, keep on scaling that way. Might do reefer and dry van. Not quite sure yet. Probably gonna start with reefer. I know the trucks are heavier, but the payout usually is a little better than just general freight, especially for produce. And then say I ever get stuck in fucking Florida, it's like a gold mine down there because it's mostly produce, or even plants, just plants in general. I don't know yet. I'm still mapping out which lane I want to choose. I might just do both. But yeah, I really want to create a legacy for my kids. That's my biggest aspiration right now. That's why I want to start the business. obviously for my own benefit, but I'm thinking of my kids. Everybody says get into real estate. Not my thing. Yeah, it's cool to have assets, but unless you're paying cash, I don't want to deal with renters, personally. I understand the whole loophole. You go get a mortgage, you rent that mortgage out, have it pay for itself, but then nobody ever talks about the what if. Like, what if somebody doesn't pay for their shit? Or then you're stuck with the bill, or then you got somebody broke the lease and now they owe you money and then they don't pay that money and it just gets too messy. If I ever buy assets like that, it's for me to own outright and just hoard it pretty much, and then whenever I'm damn near dead, tell my kids, sell all of it or choose one and live in it and sell the rest. I don't fucking know. I'd rather have a business, something that's generating money and you have better control of, that isn't costing you too much as long as you do it right. I mean, both can, you know, real estate could be a business and it could generate you wealth, but to me, not really worth it. Unless you buy outright, you let it sit for, let's say, 15 years, your equity goes up, and then you sell. That's just my point of view on it. That's what I would rather do, honestly. If we're talking about real estate. Business, I'd rather have a business, or even just work for myself. It's cool if you work for yourself, but whenever you start a business, it's always better to scale, just in case you don't feel like working. Obviously, more added headache and stress, but the payout is usually better. Usually, as long as you do it right. Stay away from debt. Stocks, that's a different thing. We'll talk about that a different day. Crypto, I stay away from that. It's like the modern day gambling. That's just how I see it. Now, I tell people, if you ever get into crypto, what I would do if I did it, I have disposable income. So if you have disposable income, you know you're not gonna need at all, even after you save and everything else, cool, throw a little bit of money in there and see what happens, but don't fucking spend everything you got just for a quick buck. It's not worth it. Am I good to go? No, nah, god damn it.
Hi, Dave.
How you doing?
Just a minute. Good to go.
All right, thank you. I don't remember what I was talking about. Oh, crypto. No, screw it. We ain't talking about that no more. YouTube? Yeah, I definitely do YouTube. I don't know what I'm doing, but I'm doing. I'll figure out how to make some money on YouTube. You know, that I feel like everybody should do YouTube. If I'm honest. I think everybody should do YouTube. I don't know what you should do, but I just know you should do it. Because, I mean, that's, I won't say it's free money, but it's damn near free money. Anybody could do it. Anybody could hop on it. You blow up. You continuously do it, which I should have did. I stopped doing that. But don't even look at numbers. You just do it because you love to do it. I think everybody should do YouTube. Only because, like I said, it's not really free money, but in a sense, it's kind of like free money. Oh, wait. No, god damn it. Let me go back on duty and close this bobtail. 352595. Bypass. App not detecting. I'm not going back to the yard because I have to close it at 11:10. There's no point in me driving all the way over there just to close it and turn all the way back around. Continue, close, start later. Oh, well, I'm already there. I'm already here, man. All right, so I can check in at 11:40 is the earliest, so 2 hours. What the why did it skip? Oh, I didn't even touch anything. What the fuck? Y'all seen that? I know I ain't tripping. Yeah, that's fine. I can always pull up the VRID later. Alright, so 11:40. Alrighty, y'all. So I'm gonna wrap this up. Like I said, I'm gonna make this a 2-part video. And then we'll go from there. Next up will be Prescott, but that'll be a separate video for another day. So I appreciate y'all. I am back officially, and I will be continuing my journeys. Austin's driving journeys. ADJ. I should make an intro. I'll figure out that intro. Alrighty, y'all. Peace out. See you in the next one.